Alright, we're here today to show you how to install your hood or trunk shock covers for your Challenger or Charger. So we've got one of our new shock covers here. This is for an underhood for a Challenger. We've also got a little hook tool to be able to remove the clip on the existing OEM shock. And then potentially you'll need a set of channel locks and a rag. Now if we come over to the vehicle, what we're going to do is begin to loosen, because this is threaded between this top piece here and the main body of the shock. And as soon as you get that loose, we're going to go ahead and remove it from there. If it's too hard to turn by hand like I just did, go ahead and get a rag on there and the channel locks and get that to loosen in a regular lefty-loosey fashion. You can see I've got it a couple threads out but still assembled. As you're working here, you want to be sure that the hood's going to stay open, so somebody to hold it or some type of a prop just in case it does try to come back down on you. Now we're going to use the hook tool and we're going to get in behind the clip here, and the goal here is to pull it out slightly so that it'll release off the pivot ball, but the clip will stay on the unit. That way it won't get lost or spring back and hit you. So I pull back on that gently and then begin to pull off. And you can see the hood drop a little bit there. It may not come all the way down, but just be ready for that. And the spring stayed on the shock. Now we can just pivot the shock here out of the way. Make sure you're taking care not to scratch or hurt anything else in your vehicle. Unscrew the end there again, all the way. And so now we've got the shock body, the main part of the body, and this is what we're going to be covering. That on some of the vehicles, the new cover will not clear this unless we've taken it off. Next, you want to apply maybe just a little bit of oil or grease on the O-rings or some O-ring lube just to get it to slide on there, and then in the future if you would like to rotate it and see a different side of the deck design, or if for some reason you want to put it on in a different direction, it'll just make things easier down the road for you. So now we'll take a look at what kind of orientation we would like with the logo and put it on the vehicle. It's going to be a nice tight O-ring slide fit. And we're going to try and slide it down. So there's a little groove in that body back here. The O-ring kind of caught in that, but we want to push it back again to where we're exactly like end to end covering the body, and we're going to have room to screw the clip back on. And that is the next step, to screw the clip end back on. So make sure you get that good and tight. Kind of have to hold on to the rod down here a little bit on this other end, because now the cover that we have wants to twist on there and let it spin. Again, you can rotate for whichever orientation, design you want to show. And then you can rotate the whole body, pivot it back up under, taking care not to scratch the new piece. And then you may have to compress this a little bit or lift the hood, snap it back in. Again, you can wipe it down and orient to the appropriate position.